affected. He has nowhere else he can move his arms, and naturally, that's where he would move his arms. But this is, this is that conversation that we have where even the laws have now included into interpretation. Distance, did he kick it into his own hand? Is the defender kicking the ball in? By him making that challenge, the majority of that contact occurs because he is making that defensive challenge, which makes the ball pop into it, into the natural. So I don't like this decision. I don't think this is what should have been given. I think the decision should be no penalty. Now, the question is going to come, well, then why did VAR not recommend it down to overturn the penalty decision?
When in doubt, penalty for Real Madrid. And tonight they get two of them. Two. So stupid. As a Barcelona fan, it's so ridiculous to watch them getting bailed out time and time and time again by the stupid penalties, man. But let's get into it. So many controversial plays. But in all seriousness, before I get started, let's take a moment of silence for Marseille, who got robbed at the Bernabeu in plain daylight. Honestly, first of all, Real Madrid had a pretty good game to begin the half. I thought the first 10 minutes they were incredible. They were flying. They were jumping off my screen. And Mbappé, not just the 2 goals today. I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate Mbappé because today was amazing. 2 bangers from the penalty kick. So, I mean, I guess there's no other way for Real Madrid to beat this Marseille team except for penalties. And all I keep hearing on Chaos is that this Real Madrid team, it's supposed to run away with Barcelona this season. I don't see it. How am I supposed to fear this team? I was so eager to watch Real Madrid today because I'm like, dude, they haven't faced any real tough competition up until this point, and I'm dying to see them just to see what they can do against a tougher opponent. In La Liga, they have 12 points out of 12 points. But they really haven't faced any real tough competition. So I'm like, okay, let's see. Marseille, it's not a huge team, but they can create some problems. And boy, did they create some problems. And of course, the moment they get a tougher opponent, then this happens. So this is what I'm saying. Like every time Real Madrid has faced a real competition, they have struggled. And I am not fearing this team. I'm not impressed overall, especially what I saw today. I think I saw a ton of mistakes by Arda, a ton of mistakes by even Dean, who's supposed to be one of their best players. But in all seriousness, I think the first penalty was good. The second was never a pen. And I will show you guys in just a second because before I get to it, I want to start from the beginning. But I will get to this controversial play and I will show you, even though whether you disagree with me or you agree with me, I will show you exactly why I think this wasn't a pen and I have proof. So before I'm going to get to this, the first 10 minutes of the game, I thought Real Madrid was as good as I've ever seen them. They were flying. Mbappé was jumping off my screen. It wasn't just the goals. He was just with the vengeance, man. Every time he had the ball, he looked like he was creating danger for Real Madrid. And he was actually getting ticked off by his teammates. First, he was ticked off at Arda Güler because Arda Güler had one play where he could have given it to him and he shot it from outside the box unnecessarily. Had he given it to him, that could have been a goal. There was another bicycle kick in the first 10 minutes. That could have been an amazing goal. He just went just wide. Mbappé was really, really pushing to get this goal. But when Real Madrid was playing its best, because Mbappé was pissed before the end of the half. He had a pass that he gave a pass to Mastantuono and just missed it. He shot it and the keeper saved it. It wasn't even he didn't even have a prayer on it. I mean, the keeper was right there to save it. So Mbappé was like literally livid in the first half. But when Madrid was playing its best, Timothy Weah gets a pass from Greenwood. It was a great link-up play, one-on-one, and Courtois couldn't save it. Timothy Weah gets an amazing goal in the 22nd minute, right? So it was kind of weird to see Marseille go ahead of Real Madrid in this situation at the Bernabeu when they were playing their best. And then after that, I think it was Rodrigo. Some people say he didn't have a good game, but I thought Rodrigo had a pretty good game. They kept saying, you know what? I don't think that Rodrigo's having a good game. I'm like, dude, every time I see Rodrigo, I mean, he's making pretty good plays, pretty good reads. He looks like he's poised, controlling the ball. He went inside the box, cuts outside, and a boneheaded mistake by Marseille. Marseille, who at this point, they were on house money because the defense hadn't been playing great, and Madrid was just missing left and right, and they got the goal. So of course, no, they make a mistake, a boneheaded mistake, in my opinion. It's totally a penalty kick. I'm not going to argue that because as soon as Rodrigo cuts outside, extends the leg, and then he hits Rodrigo. And Rodrigo just finds it. Like this is the smartest players in the world, man. When you extend your leg like that, you literally. I see this in the NBA every time. Like they see that the defenders coming towards you, you try to shoot it from the 3-point line, and you want to lean into the foul. And that's exactly what Rodrigo did. He leaned into the leg, and there was a penalty. So Mbappé capitalizes. It was 1-1 at the half, and that's when Mbappé got pissed off because he had he gave Mastantuono an incredible assist, and Mastantuono just missed it. So after that, I'm like, dude, I still think that I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I think Real Madrid might still control it. They're at home. Xavi Alonso's gonna give him a pep talk, and they're just gonna come back with a vengeance and probably win this game 3-1. My prediction was actually 3-0. I'm very surprised what I saw from Marseille today. Unfortunately, they got robbed. Had they not gotten robbed, they would have gotten 1 point today because it was shambolic in the second half. Before I go to my second half, though, I got to call it out. It's Arda Güler who made an incredible mistake on that Timothy Weah goal because you know what? Not only he missed the pass, he turned it over, but he looked at him and then he just standing there like he doesn't track back, and then he sees that he was expecting Valverde to get to that mark, and then when he doesn't see Valverde getting to sprinting to get that ball recovery, he started like opening his arm like, what, nobody's gonna get to him, I guess I'll run back. That's totally on Arda Güler. He had a really probably one of the worst games I've ever seen him. And I thought he was going to get subbed at the first half, and he didn't get subbed. He kept playing. So credit to Xavi Alonso for giving him trust. I probably would have taken him out at that point, but no. I thought it was shambolic in the second half for Real Madrid. It was like the other way around. I thought they were going to come in more concentrated, more with a poise to get this game, to get the game back, and get these 3 points. But it was the other way around. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets injured. Carvajal comes into the game and he gets sent off. And that is inexcusable. If you're a Real Madrid fan, I am fuming because I was laughing. So if you're Real Madrid, I can only imagine how upset you would be, Carvajal, in this situation, because he's one of the pillars of this team. He's one of the leaders of this team. He's just such a veteran, and he just has to know better. I know the goalkeeper sold it and he fell to the ground unnecessarily because he barely touched him, but it's the intention. It's the intention that counts, not the actual result. So you don't need to you don't need to like hit him really hard for it to be a red card. As long as you have the intention, that's the letter of the law. Intention. If your intention is to hurt him, then it's a red card. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. So if you want to argue, that's never not a red card. So then there's that. So I thought, well, it's an uphill battle. Maybe Marseille have a chance to kind of get this point. And then they actually had a few chances where Courtois saved them on a couple chances too. And I was like, maybe I was starting to get my hopes up. And just as I started to get my hopes up, man, then this happens, right? The stupidest thing in the world, man. And I gotta hand it to my man, PSG in NT. I think his name. I forget his name. But he tweeted it out. Death, taxes, and penalty for Real Madrid, 100%, man. And this is never a red card, dude. And I got proof right here. I've told you guys, these those of you who have followed this channel up to this point, you guys know, and I've said this, I rely on Archivo Bar all the time because they are objective. And some people have called them, Madrid fans call them Real Madrid fans. Madrid fans call them Barca fans. Barca fans call them Madrid fans. But at the end of the day, I do trust their judgment. And it says, the fine comedy show of the bar at the Santiago Bernabeu. Let me stop you right there. It's not a fine comedy show, okay? It's the fact that Real Madrid is getting a call and getting bailed out by the ref once again. Dude, it's just plain and straight. Let's just call it for what it is. They're trying to help Real Madrid. They don't want Real Madrid to not be in the UEFA Champions League round of knockouts or playoffs. These are teams that have to advance. And look, We saw it right now. This was a totally robbery for Marseille, and it says Medina, after stopping Vinicius' shot, touches the ball with his arm and his heads to the support point, to the ground. Not a penalty. Not a penalty. In addition to being a non-punishable handball, the ball arrives on the rebound. The ball arrives on the rebound. And why are we giving Real Madrid this call? Why is VAR not calling it out? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I guess only thing I can explain is how much can Real Madrid just get benefited from the referees. Look, we know why you guys have 15 Champions Leagues, okay? We know why you guys have dominated this league, and let's be honest, you guys always get the help, and this was a total robbery, 1,000%, 1,000%. And if you don't agree with this, then you're just disingenuous and you don't want to admit that you get help every single time, dude. When in doubt, right? Always penalty for Real Madrid. But guys, thank you for watching until the end. Let me know what were your thoughts about this Real Madrid victory. Do you agree with me or you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. I would like to read you all. And guys, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's preview for the game, for Barcelona's game against Newcastle. I cannot wait to share my thoughts on that game. Guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.